Hello and welcome to Ngwasheng Maths Online Academy. My name is Desmond Ngwasheng. Today we are doing functions. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe to watch more videos. We are doing functions for grade 12. This is part of grade 11 and 12 as well. We still have to revise based on the previous syllabus. Then we can do the inverse as well. So we're gonna this video is going to accommodate straight line, which is known as linear graph versus parabola. Therefore, on the next uh, lesson or video, we're going to do function again, where we are going to accommodate the hyperbola and the exponent. Now, functions, when it comes to a straight line versus parabola, they ask in two ways. It's either they ask you to draw this or sketch the graph, or basically it will be interpretation of the graph. So we start with this one, and soon after this one, we're going to do the interpretation. That's where they draw the graph for you and they ask questions. In this way, they just give you what they give you, and then they ask you to draw. And again, I can say this one is not of marks. If you find something like this, you must make sure no mistake at all. Remember, there are important keys under this for both straight line and a parabola. If it's a parabola, straight line, I need the x and the y-intercept. That's it. I can plot. Here, I need the x and the y-intercept together with the turning point. And that's it. So let's work on this separately. Let's start with the straight line, linear graph. So we are given x plus y equals to 4. Bear in mind that a linear must be in a form of y equals to mx plus c. Some books, they use ax plus q. However, it's the same thing, where m represents the gradient, c is the y-intercept. So now, if you look at what we are given, is not in a form of y equals to mx plus c. So let's rearrange. We make y the subject, we transpose x. So we're going to have something of this nature. Now, this is well arranged. What do I do now? I cannot plot anything until I know my x and y intercept. This goes to the parabola as well. So we are using dual intercept method, where we say let x be 0 in order to find y. So now this is me making my x a 0. So anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So I got a 4. Now, if I say let y be 0, from here I'm getting a 0 is equivalent to negative x plus 4. Remember, this is the negative. Now, I rather transpose x to the left since it's negative. So it's going to be a positive x equals to 4. So now you can tell that I can now draw the straight line, but no rush. Let's do the same. Let's find x and y intercept of a parabola. Now, this parabola is in a form of y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. As you can see, the a is minus 1 there, b is minus 3, c is 4. So what to do in this manner? We always do the same thing when it comes to the x-intercept. Doesn't matter we are talking linear equation, a linear graph, or parabola or hyperbola. For us to get the x-intercept, we always say let y be 0 or let x be 0. But additionally, there is a turning point that we must get, which is this is the formula for a turning point. We can get the answer from here and plug it back to original to get the y. So now, let's start with parabola this side. And let me just separate. So I'm having this. Again, let x be a 0. So I'm having this. So it makes my y to be 4. Right? Now, same thing, let's make y be a 0. So from our equation there, y will be 0, and then let's copy everything as it is. We cannot factorize while we are having a negative, so get rid of the negative first. How? We can divide everything by negative, or we can multiply. Either way, as long as we can get rid of this. So I just do this. Now, this is going to be positive as well. Only this will be a negative. Now, as a grade 12, by now, you should go and revise factorization. I repeat, we have factorization lesson. There's a video based on factorization under grade 11. So go and check that out. So factors of 4 that can give us 3 is 4 and 1. But since my middle term is positive, I must make sure the bigger number between the two should take the sign of the middle term. So it's going to be a positive there, negative there. So automatically, it gives my x to be negative 4 and another x will be positive 1. So what do I need from now? I just need the turning point. Then I can now draw my graph. Let me use this space here to find the turning point. This is for only turning point purpose. Remember, turning point, I need to know my x and my y. So for x, this is the formula. So having that formula, what is b? B is minus 3. What is a? A is minus 1. So I'm having a 3 over, it's supposed to be negative, so I just put it like that. So now we are having what we call an x turning point value of minus 3. So let me use this. Take this again to determine your y. Take this and go and plug it there where there is x. So on this side, I'll just compromise, use this space. If you watch, you'll follow me. All the steps that I do, no matter I don't have enough space, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Now, okay. So we are having a negative 9 over 4. Here we've got positive 3 over 2. Here we only have 4. So now 4 as the LCD. So I'm going to have a 9. You can punch a calculator. 2 into 4 goes twice times that. That's a 6. But this one is 4 and then it's 16. So now I'm going to have 22 minus 9. What is 22 minus 9? So if you check, we've got minus 9 plus 6 plus 16. Minus, okay, let me just verify something here. Okay. So I'm getting a 13. I'm getting a 13 over 4. If I didn't make any mistake. It's possible to make a mistake, but I guess not. So now, when we simplify 13, let's see, 13 divided by 4. Something is wrong there. Where did you go wrong? Okay, let me see. Our b's, yes, it's minus 3 over 2. This is 9 over 4. This is just... Oh, I made mistake right here. These 3. Yeah, I made a mistake there. Let me see. Should I start the video? Never. It's 8 minutes long. Never. Never. All right. You see, due to the space, I noticed when I say 13 over 4, it become 3. There's no way that the y value of a turning point will be less than the y-intercept. It has to be more, because that is the maximum value. So, okay, because I wanted to say space and then I end up making mistake. So let's say we're having, let me rewrite it this first. Okay. If you such details to say, I expect the y of a turning point to be the maximum if it's positive, and it has to be the number that will be way above this. So even if it can just be 4,5, yes, I'm expect. So now with the mistake that I did here, I noticed that I'm getting a 13 over 4, which is 3 comma something, which I realized that no, it can't be, which makes me to go back and check where I did wrong. Same happens in examination as a learner. You must just quickly double check. But if you don't practice enough, you can't even see if there's a mistake somewhere. So I don't want to delete the video and restart. I don't expect perfection in this matter. So obviously that's how we grow. So I show you as learners that yes, mistake happens and it's okay. So you see, the previous one, I didn't write the 3. So we are having this. Yes, now I don't expect any mistake. So that's 9 over 4, yes. This will be positive 9 over 2. Then we've got a 4. Yes. So that's 9. And then this will be 18. And this will be 16. Now it changes everything. I was quick to see that it's wrong because of I was getting a 13 over 4. Imagine the y value of a 10 point become a 13 over 4, which is way lesser than the y-intercept. It can be. We must get something that is above this. All right. Now let's see. Um, 18 plus 16, that's 34. 34 minus 9, that's 25. Yeah. It makes sense now. We are having 25 over 4. So, but if you have to plot, we are not sure where is this. So you can just convert it into a decimal. Just convert it into a decimal to have an idea. Okay. All right. So even the calculator stuck. All right. Let's do it manually here. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. That's a 6. So it's a 6 quarter. So that means 6 comma. You see now, this is what I expected. Like my y, this is the y. Like, let me sketch a little bit. Something like, if you check, no, not this one. If the graph catches the y here, automatically it makes the maximum to be a number that is way above our y-intercept. So the mistake that I did previously, I realized that I got the number that is way lesser than the y-intercept. So which I quickly realized that something is wrong. So you see now, even when I submit this to a teacher to mark, I know I have a confidence. I know that everything is correct. So now, let me plot roughly. It's a rough sketch. This is going to be a rough sketch. But you know, in your examination, let it be accurate. Use a ruler, equal interval between label. This is your y, this is your x. The center, equal interval space is very important. So even mine here, it won't be accurate, but I'm telling you, even the shape, everything should be the same. Here, I'm just showing how to plot because some of you just do your own thing. All right. So now, let me just do this as a rough sketch. But at home, wherever you are, when you practice, make sure you start now to use a ruler so that everything in examination, you know, by that time you'll be very much perfect. So now, understand that we have a straight line, which is just located these two. That's it. But we also have a parabola. Parabola, we've got the y. So now let's highlight. Let's highlight these important points. The y-intercept is 4. The positive 4. This is my positive 4. When it comes to the x-intercept, I've got a negative 4 and a positive 1. I'm afraid I must take this a little bit higher. I must take it a little bit higher to accommodate that 6. So that will be my 6, maybe 7. All right. Okay, now, as you can see, 2x intercept, 1 y intercept. Now, I just need the turning point. The turning point is minus 3 over 2 in terms of the x. But in terms of the y is 6,25. Why I say 6? I want to trace where is 6,25. And even this one, since it's negative 3 over 2, is the same as negative 1,5. Now I know where to find negative 1,5. If this is negative 1, negative 1,5, it will be just between negative 1 and, but it must go, because this is a 10 point. it must go until it reach 6.25. Automatically, this is 6. So it will be above, a little bit above 6. Not in between, because here is half. This is like 6.5. So it has to be like below that. So my assumption would be my turning point. This is where it turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. These two are for your X. This one is for your Y. And this, it's a where both your point of intersection, meaning turning point, the X value of a turning point, together with the Y value of turning point, which happen to be 6.2. So the coordinate of turning point, it's negative 1.5 and 6.25. This is where they meet. Now this is the graph. You can see. This is how we draw the graph of a parabola. The difference is like I don't have a ruler for me to make it accurate. But now, checking on, we've got this 2, 3 with this one, 1, 2, 3, and the turning point, which is always. This is where they ask you to sketch. Now, because they say on the same system of axis, they want you to also draw the graph of a straight line right on top of that one. Now, let's go and locate where is x4 and where is y4. So now this time, here is my x4. And now I'm talking a straight line. And remember, since they're using two different functions in one, usually they've got a tendency of labeling them to say f of x may be referring to parabola, g of x referring to a straight line. As long as they are dealing with two or more, they'll always give them a name. So now, y, if you check, I've got the x of 4 there for a straight line. Now I've got the y of 4 here. So this point is a point of intersection because it's also part of the straight line and also part of the parabola. So it means for me to draw that graph, let me see if this, though don't be, for me, don't be that much, yeah, no, yeah. I hope you can see. I hope you can see. Yeah, it's a straight line. So it's a matter of you joining. It's a matter of you joining these 2 points of a straight line. So you can see there is a parabola and we also have a straight line. But look at this is a point of intersection. This is where they meet. They are equal. So we are going to come across something like this when we're doing interpretation of the graph. Interpretation of the graph is like they are reversing. Considering like you don't have all this information, they just draw the graph and then they start to ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. So we are going to do that on the next video. Make sure you subscribe, you share, you like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime when I upload videos. So the next video that I'm gonna do, since this was straight line and parabola where we are sketching, the next one will be interpretation of the graph. So that is the next video. So make sure you subscribe so you can always be notified as well by hitting the notification bell so you can be reminded or notified every time I upload a video. I thank you for watching. I thank you for your time. Comment on the comment section below if you need anything, question, clarity, suggestion, anything is welcome. I thank you.